Greetings all, Fanny here for Libra's weekly message. Holy crap, a lot of stuff just flew out all over the place. Okay, I don't think anything else is flipped over in the deck. Immediately, a lot of Wands energy. Okay. So, the Wands energy that came out is King of Wands, the one that has reached the embodiment and peak of his ambition, his drive, and status. Like, this man has everything that he wants. And it was not easily earned. With the, let me make sure I'm getting that right. Yeah. 7 of Wands and 10 of Wands. There was a lot of fighting and a lot to carry to get to this point of, like, direction, understanding, and passion. Because, like, at the beginning of the reading, we have this. High Priestess in reverse. This may be where you felt like you were. Like, out of control of your power. Out of control, like, out of your depths. That is the phrasing that is coming to me. Is out of your depths. And it's just like it's so cute, the imagery that's happening to me, because I know which Libra this is for. So it's like this little guppy fish, like a cute ass little guy, and he is in a massive ocean, and he doesn't know where to go, because he's just a little guy, and he's trying to go along and find his place, but it feels all overwhelming here in the beginning, because it's just like stimulation, noise, pressure, all of this infighting, mental, physical warfare. But you know what happens on the end of all of that, when it's all come down? Stability! Let's claim this, please. Some stability in your emotions, in your physical world, and what you share with people. Because one thing about the King and Queen of Cups is that they do not let just anyone drink from their cup. And that is one thing that is important, is boundaries. Who are you letting into your life? Are you letting in these people who like fighting, who like poking at you just to see what you do? Or are you letting in people who support you and take some of this burden off of you? Not in an unhealthy sense to where they just transpose your burdens onto them, because that is a relationship that it means well, but it's not always beneficial for both parties, because the person that takes the burden is putting more onto themselves, and I'm speaking as the person that takes the burden, and the person that had the burden feels guilty because they have to do what was originally their job, or what they felt like they had to do. It's not your job to take care of everyone. It's not that other person's job to take care of everyone. The reason why I do that transposing of responsibilities is because I love the third time I caught 333 today. I love and respect and value my mother so much. And I will do anything to release some of her burden. And I will admit that sometimes I take on too much. And it can become like this, where in attempts to free her from her burden, I take on too much, and that makes her worry about me. And then that defeats the purpose of releasing burden from her. And we have to communicate with this. And I think communication is so important. And people constantly overlook how important it actually is. Because, like, no one can just assume that other people will know something. They can't read your minds. Look at this hurt in the Ten of Swords here. That, I feel, is the underlying cause of the High Priestess in reverse. Is you thinking you don't have the skill. You thinking you don't have the ability to do it. But you not only have the ability to do and follow your dreams, and the reason for the celebrations, you are being guided and divinely led to your success with the Hierophant. because the Hierophant is the card of Taurus in this deck. You're welcome for the stubbornness. And it's also the representation of a religious figure, a priest or priestess, someone who has that connection with the gods. You have the Crow and Dogwood, intelligence. One thing that I stress is that intelligence and wisdom are two very different things. Intelligence is something you are taught by other people. A skill, a lesson, or an ability like welding, tarot reading, art. These are things that you were taught and mentored by people. Wisdom is something you learn yourself from how you defer and interpret the situation. So I feel like you are wise, but to have intelligence come out as well, I love that. And I love that it also came out with the boar and pumpkin. Confidence. Going back over here to the high priestess. Why are you not confident in your skills? Look at how much you've done. You've done it over and over and over again. Why are you still doubting if you're good enough? Why are you still doubting if you have the ability to do it? You do. It's just fear. It's deceit. Self-laid deceit with the coyote and the datura. You are deceiving yourself and thinking you cannot do something. You are stronger than you know. I love that so fucking much. Oh, there's a turtle. Turtle and coriander, satisfaction. Having satisfaction at the end of your life. Look at this. Come here. If that's not satisfaction, I don't know what is. Emotional and spiritual fulfillment. I also like the imagery of how it's they both have staffs, and then they both have something representing their power, their word or their cup for their emotions. I want to talk about that for a second. The power of your word. Not your words, as in speaking of the law of attraction, the power of your word, the power of what you promise, and what you promise to yourself, and if you fulfill that promise or not. One thing, Spirit sees everything that you do. And that's not like, oh, they're watching me. No, that's not what they're doing. They're observing you. They're seeing if you're learning the lessons they are presenting you with, if you're heeding the blessings and seeing them, or if you will continuously be going back and making the same mistakes again. And sometimes they have to get a little more serious with how they talk to you, because especially if it's something you wanted. This is why I say, be mindful of your word. What do you want? What are you praying for? What are you wishing for? What are you promising your future self? What are you promising your future legacies? And the fulfillment of that promise. I want you to know you're strong enough to fulfill it, whatever it is, whether that's you told your childlike self that one day we are going to be completely stable and you're not going to have to worry about money. Or you told someone, yeah, I'm going to get that book out. Those words, I am, I have, are very powerful because they state a law of attraction and a law of abundance. To bring that in, you maintain that energy. To sustain that, you reaffirm that energy. Be mindful with what words you are speaking into this world about yourself, about your passions, and about your dream. Because it has a lot of power and a shifting energy. And your dream should be able to shift because, Harry Potter, for example. The boy under the cupboard was not the boy on the bridge in front of Hogwarts. He went through so much. What he wanted changed so much. From just wanting a family to wanting to save the entire world, he grew to love and protect. And my love, you are a very special soul. You are a very special energy. And I don't want you to dissuade yourself because you think you can't do it. Because you absolutely can. Have a beautiful day, Libra.